Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for viewing and sharing. Now, as usual, I tell you guys if I see any investment opportunity, then I normally will bring it to you guys. As you guys know, I'm a huge investor in stocks, in CFDs, in real estate, and in cryptocurrencies. Any kind of startup that I can invest or any investment that will grow my money, I've done so, and I'm continuing to do so. Now, I started this channel for one reason is to share with people that's trying to get there, who is trying to do similar investment, whether it's in stocks, whether it's in ETFs or in CFD or in real estate or into small startup. I think it's a great platform I'm a regular person, as you can see. And like a lot of time we got the word I'm looking for here. We got misguided by people that's not really like us. And I'm a regular guy. I'm a dad. I'm a husband at a young age. So I've been in this market for a while. I could say I've been trading and investing now going back 8-10 years. I've been doing it full time now for the last 3-4 years. Yeah, it's allowed me to have a certain lifestyle that I can appreciate. Even though sometimes with all these good things, you're missing some stuff, whether it's sleep, exercise, whatever the case is part of it. But before we go back too deep in history, I want to talk about today cryptocurrencies. Now, as you know, cryptocurrencies has have a huge pullback in the last 2 years. Now, due to a lot of factors. Now, particularly now due to the coronavirus, for some reason, cryptocurrencies has got one of the worst hit. As you can see with Bitcoin, it's been around this mark, floating between 9.2 or 8.9 to 11,000. Right, it's been floating like this for the last, I would say, 5-6 months. Now it's a great pickup right now. As you know, the only way Bitcoin will go is up. Right, so anyone that's thinking, I understand. Like most of the investment I got in on in the last few months, in March, Bitcoin was trading just around like low 5,000. I know I got in back at 5.8, right? So I'm a little bit close to, I would say, like 80% up right now in my investment. So I'm just going to let it be. And again, guys, the great thing about trading with cryptocurrencies, you don't have to invest a lot of money. It's not like a stock where, okay, if you want 100 shares and if the stock is trading at $1, then you need to invest $100. With cryptocurrency, it doesn't matter, right? You can have, in stock, they have a term that says fractional shares. It's a similar situation in cryptocurrencies. For example, I like to use my calculator, as you guys know. If you only have, just say we have $500 and if Bitcoin is trading right now at $9,219, then definitely, you can be, in this trade, except you will have like 5% of what Bitcoin is right now. Now, if it's at $9,220, meaning that if this stock goes to say 25,000, like what it was in the past, like say if it goes to 20,000, and for example, then here's what your investment of $500 would worth if it goes to 20,000. Basically, you'd now have $1,084.69. So it doesn't take a lot and to invest, and that's why I like doing cryptocurrencies, especially with Bitcoin. We know the growth potential is there. It's just a matter of timing. There's a lot of analysts that speculates that Bitcoin at some point will hit like 200,000 or 300,000. So just imagine that same $500 that you invest. If you had to invest $500, I'd say $9,200 right now. If it hits say 200,000, say 5 years later, okay, that $500 that you invest would now becomes $10,869. So it doesn't take a lot to invest. It's just you got to invest and just let it be. Like it's basically like a savings account. You put this money in, and you watch it grows, and you wait. And it's a great idea to diversify your portfolio. So it gives you more options later on. Meaning that if the market drops, then you have a lower risk of losing a lot because you are stretched across the board in common sense, so it's easier for you to stay alive. Now, the next stock I want to talk about as well is Bitcoin Cash. I think this is a great investment because similar to the Bitcoin that we talked about earlier, if you do like a $500 investment, it's now trading just around on like 200. My mistake. It's now trading just around like $236.56. So Bitcoin Cash, when it first went public, it was I think in one day, because I remember clearly that I got in just around $800, and for some reason there was an issue, and it went up to like 5,000, 6,000 that night. And I remember I cashed out just around $3,800. So if we think about the past and the future, if Bitcoin rise again in the like high 20,000 or 30,000, then for sure, then Bitcoin Cash value is rise as well, possible going into like the 2 or 3,000 mark. So if you look, it's the same scenario. 500 at that point would get you 7,500, but it's easier if you just think about it. Just get some Bitcoin, keep it, leave it for long term. Okay, we heard the speculation one day. If it goes up to there, you see a big difference. Now, if you go back to like 8 years or even 10 years back, I remember when Bitcoin was trading just around like a few cents, like $3, $4, right? So just imagine 10 years later, it went to $20,000. So it's the same situation as now. It's trading at 9,220 bucks. In the next 10, 20 years, the same Bitcoin here could ride the wave up to, if not 100,000, 200,000, $1 million. Who knows the future, right? Bitcoin is kind of a fantasy that, okay, we're speculating. There's no set value, right? It could drop as well. Keep in mind, there's no safe play to say it's 100%, but it's just to bring things into like perspective. It's great to diversify your portfolio. Now, the next the next cryptocurrency I want to talk about, and it's the reason why I have everything on the screen, so it's easy for you to see and compare for yourself, is Ripple, right? Ripple has been, up and down for me personally. I've been in Ripple since Ripple was like 3 cents or so. That's when I got in. I did exit when Ripple hit its peak, and I jumped in back in just around like the end of March. So it didn't really do much for me, right? I'm kind of in a little bit of down in that part with Ripple, but I think with Ripple, with their platform and what they have set up so far, and they do have a few banks that actually run in their platform in more Asia side. So I see great things ahead. It's just everyone is waiting for Bitcoin, right? It's similar to the stock market. If Bitcoin starts to go, then everyone will follow, and then that's the way the market will go, right? But for those that don't have a lot to invest, then you may want to think about Ripple, less than 20 cents per share that you're looking at least if it goes in the future. If it rise, right? If it rise, if $100 or $200, then you have 2,500 shares that will definitely go up. But again, not all time it's good to go cheap. I would say Bitcoin is still a great option to keep in your portfolio just to be safe. And of course, but not least, we want to talk about the elephant in the room, Ethereum, right? Ethereum is a way that you may want to think of going. And for many of you that's been following cryptocurrencies over the year, Ethereum also have Ethereum Classic that I have done here. Where do I have it here? Ethereum Classic right here. So Ethereum Classic right here is trading at $6.35. Instead of going with Ethereum Classic, I would suggest strongly, from my opinion, I'll just go with Ethereum, right? There's literally like 5 or 6 of these cryptocurrencies that I have in my portfolio, which is Bitcoin, which is Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Ripple, and for sure Litecoin, right? I've been a loyal Litecoin forever. I've done a few trades in Litecoin. They keep on making me. I've never been dissatisfied. And of course, Dash is very low right now for anyone that's thinking. Dash would be a great opportunity for anyone. This price is definitely hard to beat at $71. It's down for the day. Dash has been there. Dash normally trades in the high 120, if not 150s. But for this year, but again, guys, I am invested in these and I'm keeping them in my portfolio just to keep everything diversified across the board. But again, my pick, I would say for Bitcoin at this price, I'd love to see it in the 8.5 range, like 8,500 range. I'm not sure if it's possible at this moment, but I have a few shares I'm keeping. I've invested some and I'm keeping still with Ethereum for sure, and with Bitcoin Cash, Ripple, Dash, and Litecoin, and of course, a basic attention token. And I can see with Bitcoin, gold is my next stop to see if I want. But if I already have Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin, I'm not really fussy about keeping in the same. Okay. Now, again, think about it. If it's something you want to jump in, then definitely think about it. If it's something that you like, then by all means, guys, as I always say, don't wait too long. Don't think too long. Act on the information once you do your research, and good luck. All right, guys. See you next video.